Hello friends, this is Sandeepan here. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. In the previous video, we have learned all about operators in Python with examples. Today we are going to discuss about conditionals in a great details with examples. Stay with me till the end because today's topic is a really crucial one and this topic is going to be a base topic in most of the projects you will be working on in future. Also, there will be a bonus topic for you at the end of the video, which is also a really important one and you shouldn't miss that. So, without any further ado, let's get started. In programming, conditionals are used to make decisions based on certain conditions. In Python, we have several conditional statements that allows us to control the flow of our program. There are various kinds of conditionals in Python. The first one we will be talking about is if statement. The if statement is used to execute a block or portion of code only if a certain condition is true. The syntax will look like this: if condition colon block of code to execute if the condition is true. Let's try to understand it through an example. So let's declare and initialize a variable like this: x equals 5. Now we are going to write our conditional statement: if x greater than 0 semicolon, and then the block of code we want to execute if the condition is true, that is print x is positive. So in this example you can see we are using comparison operator in the if statement that we have already discussed in our previous video. Here in this example, the code under the if block will only be executed if x is greater than 0. So let's run it. As you can see, the value of x is 5, so it's executing the code inside the if block and printing x is positive. Now, if I assign, for example, -1 to x like this, and then run the code, it is not printing anything, because now it checks and see that in this case x is -1 and -1 is not greater than 0. So it is not executing the block inside the if statement and hence it is not printing anything. Next we will discuss about if-else statement. The if-else statement is used to execute one block of code if a certain condition is true and a different block of code if the condition is false. Let's see the syntax first. If condition colon code to execute if condition is true, else colon code to execute if the condition is false. Now let's try to understand it by an example. Here we will declare and initialize a variable like this: x equals -5. Now we will write our conditional statement like this: if x greater than 0 colon print x is positive, else colon print x is not positive. In this example, the first print statement will be executed if x is greater than 0 and the second print statement will be executed if x is not greater than 0. So let's try to run it, and as you can see it is printing x is not positive. Now let's try to understand what happened here. As the value of x is -5 here and -5 is not greater than 0, so it is not executing the if block. It comes to the else and executes the block of code inside it, so it is printing x is not positive. The next kind of conditional statement is if-elif else statement. The if-elif else statement is used to execute different blocks of codes depending on multiple conditions. Here's the syntax: if condition 1 colon code to execute if condition 1 is true. Elif condition 2 colon code to execute if condition 1 is false but condition 2 is true, else colon code to execute if both condition 1 and condition 2 are false. So let's try to understand it through an example. We'll declare and initialize a variable like this, x equals 0. If x greater than 0, colon, print x is positive. Elif x less than 0, colon, print x is negative. Else, colon, print x is 0. In this example, the first print statement will be executed if x is greater than 0, the second print statement will be executed if x is less than 0, and the third print statement will be executed if x is equals to 0. So let's run it, and as you can see, it is printing 0. Now here's an exercise for you. Assign different values to x and try to guess the output on your own. Now here's a bonus topic for you. A really important point to notice here, when I am saying a block of code, I am talking about the lines of codes which are falling below the conditional statement line and indented by spaces. Here, the indentation is really important in Python. Unlike other programming languages like Java or JavaScript, we don't use curly braces to separate out a block of code. We use indentation to indicate that a particular lines of codes are under one block. So here, whatever lines we will write inside the conditional statement indented by spaces, it will be considered as a block of code. This indentation rule is true not only for conditional statements but will stay the same for other use cases as well, like function declaration, loops, etc., which we will discuss in our future videos. So that all covers about conditionals in Python, but if you have missed any of the points, make sure to re-watch it and it will definitely be clear. But if you still have any doubts, feel free to comment down below. Hope you find this video helpful. If so, give a thumbs up, share the video with your friends, and if you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe to my YouTube channel so that I can create more such helpful contents like this. Hope to see you in my next videos. Till then, goodbye.